Ultimate Roll presents Italian Brainrot versus
Lilo and Stitch.
Let's head to battle and let it rip! Lilo versus Cappy Burllo Cocosini. Let it rip! And our showdown begins. Our challengers must conquer a massive brick wall. It might seem tough, but I'm sure they'll get through it quickly. Lilo and Cappy Burllo carry the responsibility of kicking off the game for their teams. It may not seem like much, but it's a huge responsibility. After all, the winner here gains an advantage, needing just one more win to claim the championship. Capibarello manages to open a solid lead ahead of Lilo, and with 3 chances, that's truly impressive. Things are getting tough for Lilo, but we've seen major comebacks more than once in this battle. Now, let's see how Lilo plans to make up for lost time. And here it is in a historic comeback. He rises again and even takes the lead. The game is never won until you cross the finish line, my friends.
The battle continues hotter than ever. Drop your comment. Are you cheering for Team Lilo and Stitch or Team Brainrots? One thing's for sure, there's still a lot left to happen.
For now, nothing is decided. Once they get out of the gears, things will get even more frantic and anything can happen. Capibarello takes the lead, but gets tangled up, while Lilo heads straight for the elevator. This is a tense part. It's not enough to arrive first. You have to be in the right place at the right time. And of course, the more marbles on your side, the better. Who will conquer the elevator first? And Lilo conquers the elevator. Now it's time for the color challenge, and she breezes through it like it's the easiest thing in the world. Incredible! Next up, Cappy Burllo will have to get creative if he wants to catch up in time. This challenge may seem simple, but I guarantee it's not. I've seen plenty of racers get tangled up here and fall behind. But Lilo pulls through and wins the challenge. Point for Team Lilo and Stitch. Angel versus Matteo. Are you ready? Let it rip! Let the battle begin. Our challengers are starting off full throttle. It's 1 for Team Lilo and Stitch and 0 for Team Brainrots. Matteo needs to give it his all in this round to secure a tie and pass the baton to Tralalero for a comeback attempt. Let's see how our challengers perform. All right, looks like the pressure is paying off. Matteo takes the lead and moves on to the next challenge. He's moving fast without getting tangled up, and it seems he's about to open up a big lead. And look at that, 3 marbles ahead. Matteo is running an impeccable race. Angel seems to have let the lead slip through his fingers, while Matteo keeps pushing and widening the gap. Angel mounts a comeback and closes in to apply the pressure. Will it be enough? Is there still time? So much excitement, my friends! The marbles are piling up, and everything can change in the next challenge. Matteo holds the lead, but Angel has made a strong comeback and now poses a serious threat. Matteo can't afford to make a single mistake. Matteo navigates the gears well and manages to hold the lead, but Angel is right on his tail. The most exciting part? The next challenge is the elevator. And my friends, everything can change there. Nothing's guaranteed. Angel makes a comeback and takes the lead with a perfect overtake. Now we head to the elevator. This challenge is tough, and I've seen many racers lose their lead right here. Just like I said, friends, Matteo regains the lead and keeps fighting for Team Brainrots. The next challenge is the color challenge. It may seem simple, but I guarantee it definitely isn't. But Matteo handles it well and moves on to the next challenge. In this one, you have to get out of the circle, but the other circles get in the way, and each one spins in a different direction, making it a real trap. Matteo is stuck. That's terrible. Luckily, he built up a big lead, or it would be all over now. And he makes it through. Matteo wins the battle and secures the victory for Team Brainrots. The grand final, Stitch versus Tralalero. Are you ready? Let it rip! We're in for another thrilling final, my friends. On one side, one of the most beloved aliens in the geek universe. And on the other, one of the biggest memes of the moment. Each fighting for their team with all their skills. Stitch doesn't look too comfortable in that marble, but let's see if he can overcome the pressure and take home the victory.
Tralalero, as always, proves to be a formidable opponent and takes the lead. I'm not sure if it has to do with living in water and being slippery, but he manages to glide through spots that are far from easy. I don't know how, but Stitch is gonna have to pull off something truly extraordinary to catch Tralalero. But that's the thing, my friends. These challenges always surprise us. One slip and an opponent comes charging in, saying goodbye to victory. Tralalero lost a bit of momentum. There's still hope for Stitch. Now's a great time for you to comment which team you're rooting for. Don't tell me you're suddenly cheering for the Brainrots just because Tralalero is in the lead. Never bet on the easy win, my friend. The next challenge is the dreaded elevator. And I know you've seen plenty of racers breeze through it, but don't underestimate it. The feared elevator is notorious for crushing many a victory dream. Tralalero keeps running an impeccable race. Even if the pace isn't the fastest, he maintains a lead of 2 marbles over Stitch, which is definitely a solid advantage. Tralalo is stuck on the elevator. And look who's back, my friends! Stitch rises from the ashes, just when many thought all was lost. Now anything can happen. Tralalero still holds the advantage in numbers, but we all know here it's not about quantity, it's about being in the right place at the right time. And Stitch proves that by emerging from the dreaded elevator in the lead, in a historic comeback, my friends. Now that's what I call excitement, a complete turnaround. Stitch pushes hard against Tralalero, turning an astronomical lead into nothing. Tralalero forces an overtake and regains the lead. Now it's getting intense. Everything's on the line. It's the final challenge, and these two are putting on an incredible battle. Now it's the finish. Whoever crosses first wins the game. Stitch, he fought all the way to the end and wins the battle. Team Lilo and Stitch are the winners. Subscribe for more insane battles.